Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful start to the day. It is 6:30 in the a.m. or 6:25, and look at that. The moon is still high in the sky. Staying up late today. But isn't that a pretty picture? Look at the expanse of the heavens. Isn't that a beautiful picture? You want to know why I'm saying that? When all the crazies in the world are doing harmful things and people are defending it and stuff like that, why don't you look up towards the heavens and remember that God is watching? And the reason why I say that is because the Carolinas, I always thought was a relatively safe place. I have family down there. I always thought it was safe. A Ukrainian woman, refugee, a young woman who was a Ukrainian refugee, survived war to come to this country to be safe. She survived war. She survived Russian soldiers. She survived missiles and all that stuff to come here. Get up in the morning like you and I do every day. Get on the bus to go to work. And some nut job, because let's face facts, that's what that guy is, some nut job. And let's everybody saying, oh, it's because of this, so it's because, I don't care what the reason is. I don't care if he did it because he didn't like the look of her jib. I don't care if he did it because she was different than him. I don't care what the reasoning is, and nobody else should care. What we should care about is the fact that this man had been repeatedly let out of jail, has a criminal record a mile and a half long, and yet people are defending him. Shame on all of you. I have totally lost faith in humanity at this point, because people are freaking insane. They really are. You can't leave your home without fear of some nut job like that guy harming you. What is wrong with you, dude? Anyway, the morning message for today is look at the sky. Look at the beautiful moon. Look at the sun when it comes up carefully with sunglasses, I mean. Look at the heavens and realize that we are very small in comparison to the universe. And God is watching each and every one of us. And when people like that do what he did to that poor woman, and then to have someone, especially a leader, who's supposed to be a leader, or anyone else, how could you possibly defend that? You can't. CNN tried to defend that. You cannot defend that. I don't give a crap what the reasoning is. You cannot defend that. And CNN, if you try to defend it, you are disgusting and not at all journalistic at all. Because, I mean, wow, how I literally watched where they were arguing about whether or not this guy did what he did because of what she looks like. Let's put it that way. We all know what I'm talking about, because there's people out there stupid, so we got to talk about it. And I will tell you this. I don't care what the reasoning is. I don't care if that was the reason. I'm so tired of that. Everybody is. We're sick and tired of there being people doing stupid crap like this. And then people like CNN and the people on CNN, their panel, defends this man's actions. You ought to have your journalistic licenses pulled, personally. But besides that, that's our life. This is our life. I have to get my kid up, get her ready for her school, and send her off and pray she comes home to us. This is what humanity has become. We are, people are talking about 3-Eye Atlas like, well, maybe it's an alien spacecraft, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. If it were aliens, they wouldn't bother with us. You want to know why? Because we're crazy, insignificant, violent beings that all we think about is doing harm to each other over pieces of land that don't even belong to us. Because think about it, when you grow up, grow old, and go on to meet your maker, do you get to take the land with you? No, you do not. Do you get to take your home with you? No, you do not. People need to stop so much and stop worrying so much. School bus. All the kiddos are off to school and their parents are praying that they come home to them. Why? Because look what our country has become. And then we have people who are liberals who say we should be more accommodating. We should be, and that Trump is an oligarchy, and Trump is this, and Trump is that, and Trump is this. Do you people even understand what is going on in this world right now? For those people who think that Trump is an oligarchy, do you want to know what an oligarchy is? Russia, China, Korea, North Korea or South Korea, one of them. Anyway, Kim Jong-un, Putin, Xi Jinping, dictators. President Trump, not. You want to know why? Because we put him in office. We voted for him. These other guys, they were not voted for. There was no democratic election. There was nothing like that. No. They've been in power for many, many years, and they will continue to be in power. I mean, for crying out loud, Putin was caught on a hot mic talking about harvesting organs to live forever. I mean, dude is crazy. But whatever. Somebody in his family should sit him down and explain that you need to stay on your meds because that you can't do that because that's crazy. You're not God. Okay? What is going on in our world? Why are so many people so crazy these days? And it's all from the one side. It's all the liberals that are causing all the issues. And when something that happened, like the Ukrainian lady who was ripped from her family, stolen from her family, and those people defend that. Liberals defend that. How do you defend that? What if that was your daughter? What if that was your niece, your sister, your mother? People have gotten to the point where they don't care about each other. Tomorrow was 9/11. Do we remember 9/11? Do you remember how we all came together? Why can't we do that now? Instead of all of you liberal lunatics not paying attention and listening to Democratic leaders who are quite obviously lying to you about a lot of shit. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. All you gotta do is watch more than one freaking program on TV. Go to YouTube, type in Trump, and you will get everything on him. Why? Because he's open. Can you do that with Biden? No. Can you do it with Bush? No. Can you do it with Obama? No. You can do that with Trump, though, because he's been very open about everything he's doing. And yet that's still not good enough. The illegal immigration issues. People have a fit over it. You do realize that every 4 years this happens, right? Every time we get a new president, that's what they go for. The illegal immigration or the economy. Every single time. We've been through this before. You know what we haven't been through? People like the liberal leftist lunatics who are throwing hissy fits all over the internet and not realizing that you're being lied to. 90% of the shit that you were told was debunked. Just like that Rosie O'Donnell came on the freaking air and was on a talk show or something, podcast, I don't know what it's called, but went on the show and literally lied about Trump and the Jeffrey Epstein case, when that was totally debunked, to the point where Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer stepped up and said, I will help you sue her. I mean, and yet people still want to believe that. Stop being puppets and realize that a liberal society is not a good society. Because guess what happens? See all the craziness going on in the world? That's what happens. What happened with that Ukrainian woman? That's your liberalness coming through. That Ukrainian lady is on all of the liberals' hands and Democratic hands. And you want to know why I say that? Because you encourage it. Every day when you hold up a sign, every day when you act like fools, every day when you're throwing fits online, you're encouraging that bad behavior. Democratic leaders, you know how you're encouraging it? By lying continuously about Trump when you know 90% of the shit you're saying is lies. Out and out lies. And yet you still do it. So, guess what? That, all the people, everything that's going on. I mean, even Rosie O'Donnell sat there and said on that podcast, if I were the president, I would sue her so hard for defamation of character, because not only did she call him the most horrible thing you could call a man, but, and it wasn't true, but she also lied repeatedly about him. And said stuff that she knew wasn't true. I mean, come on. Donald Trump is not a dictator. He is just America first. And there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Donald Trump is for American citizens first. And again, there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. The fact that anyone would act that way towards ICE agents, towards federal officers is absolutely disgusting, and you have not been raised right. It's that simple. And also, furthermore, the more interesting part that I want to make, you take away all the libs, and Democrats pretty much have a perfect society. The reason I say that is because we got people. I actually saw a woman who got up on a TikTok and made a comment regarding our president. The comment was a veiled you know what. And for what reason? Have you lost any of your rights? All you ladies out there, did you lose rights? No, you did not. You did not lose one right. Nobody has lost any of their rights, their actual constitutional rights, but that is afforded to them under the Constitution of the United States of America. You did not lose any of those rights. You have not lost any rights. The only people that can say that they have are the ones that didn't have them to begin with. What I mean by that, I don't want to say this because I don't want the hate, but the trans community. That's the only ones who have had things taken because of the fact that they should not be allowed. Like a male going into a female prison. I'm sorry, but no. I don't care if you think you're a woman. I don't care. The women in that prison deserves to know that they are safe. I mean, it's just one thing after another, after another, after another. It's like, you want to know what I compare liberals to? And kids who want candy. They want the candy so much that they engorge themselves in the candy. But then they realize, wow, my teeth hurt, my tummy hurts. Maybe I shouldn't have gone so overboard. The only difference is the liberals don't ever get to that point. Democratic leaders used to be the party of the working class. They are now the party of the liberal class. Because all they care about, which is funny, is the illegal immigration and Trump cleaning up crime. Chicago thugs. I'm sorry, the President of the United States and our armed forces should be afraid of you? I don't think so. Secondly, Pritzker and the other one, the two leaders. You're not leaders. Every occurrence that has happened in your state, every occurrence that is bad, that is violent action against someone, is on your hands from this moment on, or from the moment that Donald Trump said he was going to send the troops in. Every bad thing that happens should be on your hands. Because you're encouraging that bad behavior. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, come on. You sit there and say that our city's safe, our city's safe. I have a kid who lives in Chicago. No, it's not. No, the hell it ain't. That's like me saying, or a person who's never been to New York, saying New York City is the gem of the world, there's never been a problem, and the city is wonderful and safe and perfect. No, it ain't. In every community, you're going to have some type of crime that happens, because there are idiots out there. There are criminal idiots, okay? Every community, you're going to have that. How that community reacts to those issues is what makes it a community. And what I mean by that is the leaders should not then be defending the criminals. They should be standing up for their law-abiding citizens, the ones that just live their lives, go to work and come home and raise their children. Those are the ones that you should be caring about, not the criminals. And they're not saying, no, don't send them because they really don't need them. They're doing that simply because they don't like Trump. If it was Biden who did it, they'd be all for it. If it was Obama who did it, they'd be all for it. You want to know why? Because they were. Obama did stuff with immigration. Nobody had a problem with it. Obama did something for cleaning up crime on the streets. Nobody said a word. Why? Because it was a Democratic leader. Trump does it, the exact same shit that every other president has done. And all of a sudden he's a dictator? No, I don't think so. No. Now, what happened to humanity? What happened about caring about your fellow man? What happened to loving each other? Because we're all the same. When we die, we're going up there or down there. Two choices. Two choices, up or down. And the people that do harm to others, personally, I want to go up, not down. The people who defend those actions, because what people seem to forget, in the Bible, there is this sentence. It states, there's a part in Revelations, or somewhere in the Bible, I forgot exactly where, but I know I read it somewhere in the Bible. I think it's in Revelations, because I just read it recently. Whatever you do on earth comes back to you 100-fold upon your death. Okay? So what that means is whatever you do on earth, good, bad, otherwise, comes back to you 100-fold. That includes the harm you do to others. They're criminals. And when I say that, I don't mean anyone in particular. I'm just saying in general. Okay? People want to defund the police. That's stupid. That doesn't work. People want... What do you want? The purge? I'm asking seriously what people want. The purge? Because that's what it's starting to feel like. I mean, I have to go grocery shopping and I'm scared to death. I don't want to go. I've been putting it off for about a week now. Why? Because I'd have to go with my kid to the store and pray. And I was going to go to Walmart. And I was like, yeah, nope, not doing that. I don't care if it's cheaper to shop at Walmart than ShopRite or whatever. Not doing that. Want to know why? Because have you seen the news about the Walmarts? Or anywhere like that? I mean, you had a guy that put Raid ant killer or something, or ant spray or whatever, bug spray, on the fruits and vegetables one time. What is wrong with people? I mean, come on. A 5-year-old knows not to do something stupid like that. Oh, he got in trouble for it, but this is what I'm talking about. In a liberal society, people defend that action. Just like the Ukrainian woman. They're trying to find a reason why this guy snapped and did something that he really shouldn't have done. No. Lock him up, throw away the key. You did something broad daylight without a care in the world in front of God knows how many witnesses, and people are trying to defend that. No. Throw him in jail, throw away the key. lock them up forever. Because somebody like that does not need to be in society. Just like Luigi Mangione. Broad daylight, middle of the day. I'm sorry, you got that much balls? You need to stay out of society. Because you're crazy. Anyway, I just get frustrated because I can't figure out what happened to humanity. I have children and grandchildren that will have to live for the next 20, 30, 40 years if we make it that long on this earth. And it terrifies me. Why? Because of all the liberalistic nutcases out there. I mean, people get offended if I wear this. Why? Stand for the flag, kneel for the cross. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to stand for the flag and kneel for Jesus. It's not complicated. It's not. People get offended if you wear a Trump t-shirt or a MAGA hat. What is wrong with the sentence, "Make America Great Again"? Please tell me what exactly is wrong with that. I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about a slogan, which happens to be, "Make America Great Again." What is wrong with that? Do you people not have American pride? Do you have no national pride? Because to the folks that don't, to the folks that spit on our flag, to the folks that burn our flag, to the folks that stomp on our flag, you should be thrown out of the country and de-Americanized. Can you do that? I don't know if you could do that. Can you take away a citizenship? Because some people like that need their citizenship revoked. Because if you don't have American pride, you don't belong in America. It's that simple. I'm sorry, it is. Anyway, guys and gals, that's all I want to say. I needed to vent that morning nonsense because that's the first thing I saw when I woke up, is that the story about that poor woman. That poor girl. My thoughts and prayers to her family. I am so sorry we let you down. I am so sorry America let you down. Because we have people like that. And I am so sorry for your loss. I mean, wow. Just wow. Why? Senseless, disgusting, demonic behavior. Demonic. That's the way I see it. It's demonic. Matter of fact, 90% of what's been going on as of late has been demonic. Yeah, our earth is shaking and no one cares. We have a comet, asteroid, or alien ship coming towards Earth. No one cares. And we have wars popping up everywhere. No one cares. We got the axis of evil that connected. No one cares. We got, and that's Putin, Xi Jinping, and Kim Jong-un, or whatever their names are. Axis of evil. All connected. What happened to us, America? What happened? Don't forget, like and subscribe for more. I'll catch you guys on the flip. And do me a favor, try to live by the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. Because life is really too short for this nonsense. I mean, come on, guys. And all you crazy criminals out there, please stop. This is not the purge. And you will be judged. You will be made accounted for. You will have to face what you've done. All of you that do bad things. See where I'm pointing? Y'all keep it up, and that won't be good, because you're going to have a hot booty. Anyway, so I will catch you all on the flip. Peace, love, and happiness. And don't forget, treat others how you want to be treated. That's the golden rule. Get back together, guys. Let's make America great again, and let's stop this bullshit. Tomorrow's 9/11. Can we remember what it was like? Can we remember what happened when we all came together? Please, America, let's stand together and let's stop this nonsense and the division and the hate and the craziness. Please. God's watching. Peace. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.